Alright guys, welcome to chapter 2, Job. This is not that long of a chapter on paper. There's only, I think, 6 sub-chapters, I want to say. 6 or 7 sub-chapters. So on paper it's pretty short, but there are some pretty interesting encounters in this chapter, which we'll get to as we progress. But let's just go ahead and get through this opening sequence here on the bridge. We've got a little bit of a run before we get into our first little encounter, and I'll see you guys when we get there. Alright guys, I did want to point this out. Once we have to press square here to drop down, we're going to be picking up our camera. It's going to do the whole crazy night vision thing again. It's going to do it automatically, so just make sure you're ready to press R1 to cancel that. We don't want to waste our battery right here. You'll see it right about now. Yeah, just get rid of that. And we'll keep running until we get to the village. Alright, so here we are at the village. There's not too much that we need to concern ourselves with here. There is one enemy that can kill us. Well, I say one, there's technically 2, because one of them will hold your feet while the other one kills you, but I'll show you how to get past it. I don't know if there's any way to get past this guy or not. He doesn't bother you in terms of your health, so I'm not too worried about it, but if you're on your speed run here, it can kind of slow you down a bit. You might be able to go around the house, maybe in the other direction and squeak past him. I'm honestly not for sure. It's kind of annoying. Alright, the way that we want to get past this enemy, it's really not this enemy right here that's going to bother you. It's an enemy that comes down these stairs right here. And what'll happen is if you get too close to this enemy under the tent, he'll grab you by the feet and then he'll hold you. Meanwhile, this dude will come down and hit you with a machete. So the way that you get around this is we're going to go right here by these rocks. You can always look at your feet to make sure you're close enough. You're going to keep going until you hear the dude come out. You're going to hear a little bit of a musical cue. You're going to hear the guy talking. You're also going to see your subtitles at the bottom of the screen. So make sure that you have subtitles turned on, okay? That way you see those. Then all we're going to do is back up and we're going to come over here and get on our belly. There's some times that the enemy that's coming down the stairs will try to swipe at your face. And obviously if he does that, if you're on the ground, he won't be able to bother you. So that we're just going to be doing that as kind of a precaution. So we'll look at our feet. Make sure you're edging out on the rocks. Stay close to him. Gonna get up here, listen. Go backward as soon as you hear or see the words show up on the screen, and get on your belly. And then like I said, even if he swipes at your face, he's gonna miss you. And that's gonna allow you to get through here unscathed. We'll continue up here. Got a little bit of a climbing section, and I do want to point this out. Even though this is a climbing section, I have died here before. I've tried to go too fast. And right here, and you'll see this when we come out of this section right here. Watch the camera. See how the camera kind of does that dip? I've tried jumping up on these on this rock before where the blood is, and somehow I got thrown over there and then I got tossed off the map. There's a little bit of a glitch here. I don't know if they fixed it with the new patch, but just make sure that when you come out of this section that your camera's completely centered and focused and you're ready to make the jump. Just don't try to do it too early, because I have been thrown off there before. Alright, so now we're at the archer, and this has actually gotten easier. I just practiced this on a separate run, and there used to be an enemy down in the like where the trees are down there. It's going to be kind of hard to explain. You can see it in my unlisted video that I posted, or that I will be posted for you guys. There used to be a guy down there that would grab you. You'd have to kick him off and then, you know, try to get your wits about you and head in the right direction. But now you don't have to worry about that. We just have to get past the archer. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk backward like we always do. And then as soon as we hear the archer come out, we're going to run over here and get underneath this tent and just wait for the archer to come past us. Pretty easy encounter right here. I'm gonna walk backwards so we can get ready to run. We're listening and we're waiting for the subtitles. Any second now. There it is. So take off. Try not to get snagged on anything. We're gonna get right here where this like vomit is or whatever. Whatever this is. We're gonna wait. Just give it about 1/1000, 2/1000, and then make your push. Take off. Cut right through here. Look for the fire. Full sprint all the way, and you're in. Alright guys, so we just got ourselves down from the cross. We've got to get through this campsite. And to do that, we need some bandages. And unfortunately, any bandages that you have stocked up along the way are now going to be gone. So we have to get some new ones. And the way that I like to do this, believe it or not, there's a guy right there. I used to die here a lot, and I was like, man, who is actually killing me? But there's an enemy right there laying down. And it kind of, especially if you're playing on a really, really dark setting, brightness setting on your TV, it just looks like rocks. You know how they'll put rocks by the fire? So by crawling like we just did, you're able to get past that enemy that's laying down there. And now we just want to heal up. I have tried getting through this area before without healing, thinking I could just make it to the rock, you know, wouldn't have to heal right here. But you do have to heal. You can't climb the rocks where we're going with your hands not. I say healed. They're not they're not really healed. But, you know, with bandages on them. And now we're just going to go this way. You got to love video games. Because nothing's really changed with there's being, you know, bandages on them, right? You're still got holes in your hand. You know, you still shouldn't be able to climb rocks. But that's the beauty of a video game. Just keep crawling. What we're going to do is go underneath this enemy by hitting up this log. And I'm interested to see what they do here after the patch. Usually there's a guy that will spawn in at the back of the map and cross you up here at the log. And I thought, yep, see, they don't have the dude there. Normally there's a guy that spawns in kind of where my reticle is right now. And he comes up here and crosses you to the right, but he's not here anymore. So that's something that's changed post-patch. Which is weird because that dude wasn't hard to get around. I wonder why they got rid of him. You'd think they would have done some. Seems like all the things in the game that you would think they would have gotten rid of to make the game quote unquote easier, they didn't really get rid of it. They got rid of the stuff that really didn't make or break your run at all. At least so far that I've seen. We're just gonna not crawl on our belly here. We're just gonna crawl on our hands and knees. Up here past this tree. We're just gonna wait for this dude to shine his light in the opposite direction. He's on a pattern. He ends up walking back there where that wall is. See how he's looking at the wall? Then we're just gonna make a push. If he sees us, we're not worried about it, because all we're trying to do is get down here and climb. So even if he's chasing you, it doesn't matter. And then we're gonna hop down here. We've got to get past the archer again, so we're gonna walk out. There's going to be a light that shines from the left hand side of the screen where the gate is. When we see that light, we're going to push back here behind these rocks and hide. Wait, where's the light at? Is this different? Oh, this is different. Alright, well that's new. So in pre-patch, the archer would come out here and kill an enemy. So this is all new to me. I'm going to use my same strategy, which is to crawl. Where is he? Is he no longer here anymore? Well, I guess there's really no strategy for this area. You just crawl, make it to the log, and you're good. Alright, that's definitely changed. You guys will be able to see what I'm talking about if once I post my old Insanity pre-patch run, which I'll have linked in the description. It's going to take a long time to edit that video. You'll see what I meant by the archer being there. Now, he still should be here. Yeah. So you see the light down there? So when you see that light, go ahead and dive. This is the same as the old version of the game. We're just waiting for the light to go away, and then we're going to make our push toward the cabin. Alright, there we go. So when you see the light go away, see how he's pushing to the left like that? You can go ahead and push over this way. I don't know if you can sprint here or not. I usually don't sprint here. I just walk casually. And then always pick up the bandages over here, just in case. And you'll see here that when we pick up our camera, you guys know we only lost one little battery cell back when we had to spawn that demon in, remember, in that hallway. But look at the battery life now. So you're automatically going to lose that much battery in your run. So if you need to use battery up until this point, you can use up to that much and won't pay a penalty. Does that make sense? Now, I don't know if you use more than that, if the game will credit you back this amount. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's say you had your whole battery wasted and you get to this sequence. I don't know if the game's going to give you credit again. Does that make sense? But I know if you're within the window that you see on screen right now, within that battery usage window right there, the game will not penalize you because you're going to lose it anyway. So keep that in mind. If you need to use your battery, just use it. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to push to the left, push to the right. And there's going to be a sequence, right? Let's go ahead and do this. Actually, do we do this in this sequence or no? No, we've already done this. Never mind. I'm sorry, guys. There's going to be this. I get these two, this sequence and the previous school sequence. I always get them confused. So this is the bathroom right here where you see the blue light. There's two ways that you can get through this. One way is to open up this bathroom door and open up one of the bathroom stalls. And then when we spawn this demon in, you can run inside the bathroom and close the stall. I haven't had that work for me 100% of the time though, but if you practice it that way and it works for you, like if you get that rhythm down, then go for it. But I would urge you to run back this way. And we're gonna make a left and go all the way down here past the lockers. You can hide on this side or you can hide on this side. Either way will work. And then we got to go down and answer the phone after that. And I'll explain to you what we're going to do after that when we finish this little sequence. Remember, we know we're going to be running in this direction. So we're going to walk backwards. And we're listening and waiting to hear our music cue. You got to go a pretty good ways down this hallway. There it is, the saving icon, y'all see that? That's the first cue that pops up there. Sprint all the way down. Again, you can do left or right side. Just wait. The music will die down and you'll get a little bit of brightness on your TV, and that lets you know that you're safe. I'm gonna run back down here and answer the phone. All right, so you remember those lockers that we just hid behind, right? What we got to do is head back to those lockers, but there's one that we can open. It's the second one from the right if you're facing the lockers on the left-hand side. And all you got to do is just go up there and just keep spamming square. We've got to go inside of that locker so we can exit this school sequence. But we're going to be full sprinting when we open the door, when we open up this door. So take a left, full sprint all the way down, make a left, keep going all the way down. Make a left. See the locker that she's going into? That's the one we got to get to. Just keep spamming square. And you're through. Now the trick to this sequence is to always be crawling, at least till you get to the end. So when you open up this door, there's going to be an arrow that fires. It's going to automatically miss you. It's going to stick into the wall. But if you try to run out of this door, standing up, you're going to get shot in the head, and that's going to be it. So make sure when you open up this door, you go ahead and get on your belly. That way he won't shoot. Now, there's usually some bandages back here. I don't know if it's going to be back here post-patch, but he's always going to fire one at this wall back here. Yeah, I see the bandages. See that one? And sometimes he'll fire a second one if you stand up. So just make sure you take a knee, look up to get your bandages, and then go right back on your belly. We don't need that battery over there. And what we're going to do... Well, there's two ways you can do this. Maybe I'll show you both. There's actually a lot of ways you can do this, but you really only need two strategies. I'll show you both maybe. There's two cabins up here, and each one of these cabins have a door that has a lock on it. I think this one has one door with a lock and the other one has, I think, two doors with a lock. The trick is to get the archer to come up here and try to come inside the cabin. And when it does, you're going to leave the cabin via the window and sprint to the exit. Oh, it's already locked. That's cool. All right, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna again open up this window so we're ready to push. I'm gonna try to get him to come over here and see him coming right there. He can shoot you through here, so. All right, when you hear the door break through, run, full sprint all the way to the exit. Now you can see that that's gonna work, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop there. You can see he's way behind us. I easily could have made it, right? I'm gonna let him kill me here. Oh, wow, bad shot. Totally missed me. So I'm gonna let him kill me, and I'll try to show you the other method. You can practice these and figure out which one you like the best. Now the reason why I'm crawling here is because he has a huge radius in terms of knowing where you are, and he can fire shots off you even this far away. So by staying like this, I find that he hardly ever sees me. Now this I haven't done this post-patch. I always use the method that I showed you the first time. So this is kind of not new territory for me because I have practiced this before, but not post-patch. All right, we're gonna get and hop in here. Oh, that window's no longer available. Oh, is this one? Oh, here we go. Maybe it's this one that I always come in. Lock the door. Lock this door. We're gonna do the same thing. Gonna wait till he busts through. Try to get his attention. Just remember, he can shoot through these windows. He's right over there. And then we're just gonna hop out of the window and run to the exit. I'm right here, buddy. Alright, he busts through. We're just gonna take off and run. Sometimes he'll shoot here, but he usually misses you. He'll do this either way. Like, sometimes he'll shoot you even if you go to that cabin, but sometimes he'll shoot you even if you coming from the other cabin, the first cabin that I showed you guys. So just be ready for that, but he should be missing you. And even if he hits you, it won't kill you. You'll just take damage, but you won't die. Do make sure that you're fully healed before you cross this log though. What's going to happen when we cross over this is there's going to be a fire arrow that he's going to shoot at us. If you can see my reticle right about where it is right now, that's about where it's going to hit. There's a branch right at the end of this on the left. In between where the fire arrow hits and the branch that's on the left, we're going to start sprinting. You can walk faster on these logs if you kind of, do the sprint. You'll go a little bit quicker, and we want to do that because he's going to be firing another arrow at us when we get to the end of this log. What we want to do is sprint a little bit, jump, and then get on our belly. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a rock right there. And if we do it just right, he won't be able to hit us, okay? There's the arrow. You see the branch right where I'm pointing to? Get halfway in between and sprint. Jump, go prone. See how it misses you like that? Then you won't take any damage. I don't know if you can die there, like a one shot, but I know you'll take damage. There's gonna be an arrow that fires right here. It'll always miss you, just stay on your belly. Get up here, behind this rock. Now, you can just sprint here if you want to. I find that it's hit or miss. Sometimes I make it, sometimes he kills me. You can try crawling. I don't know. I find that the best way to do this is to get him to shoot this way and then run. But you can do it however you prefer. I have gotten through there before sprinting, but I find that it's not 100%, whereas this is. So what you do is you kind of just strafe out, get on the pattern, and then get ready to push. I don't know if he shot there. No, he didn't. There he goes. See how he shot? Then when you get here, go ahead and make a dive. Because sometimes, yep, he'll shoot again. Keep going. There's going to be another arrow right here. Go ahead and get on. I have been shot here before. If you try sprinting around this corner too fast, you can get shot by the second arrow. So just make sure you're on your belly just for safety. We're going to do the same thing that we did before. We're going to try to get behind this tree. Then we're gonna try to get behind that rock, and we're gonna go ahead and get him to see if we can get him to fire at us over here. Just get ready. It's hard to tell. There it goes. Then stop right here. Again, we're gonna do the same thing. Try to get the timing down. I went on that one. And then right here, he won't shoot at you no more, so you're good. You can just push. There's gonna be some bandages up here for you. And you're always gonna get attacked right here. It's a quick time event. I think you have to do your right thumbstick, I believe. Yeah. Just make sure that as soon as this is over with, you're full sprint, because this dude's gonna be right on your butt. Full sprint. Try not to get snagged on anything, and that finishes up that sequence. All right, guys, you can die in this section. There are these little dudes that are roaming the ground here that can kill you, so we're gonna be a little bit fast going through here, but not so fast that we lose our stamina. So we're gonna run a little bit to the left, cut through these trees, make a left up here. Gonna get up here, kind of stop for a bit, get our stamina back, push. Gonna see this dude make a left, go by the rocks. Gonna see another guy make a right, hug this log right here, and then go all the way to the gate. Remember, press and hold O while you sprint so you can slide. That happened really fast, so you may have to watch that over again, but that's kind of how you want to get through that. You're just using those visual cues. Okay, guys, so we got another encounter with the archer. This to me is the most complicated combat sequence in the entire game. I don't know how it runs post-patch, but I'm going to use my old strategy. You're actually going to see this when you watch my Insanity run that I'm going to be posting for you guys unlisted. This thing went crazy. I spent probably 10 minutes here trying to get to that freaking rope, because there's one enemy that, for whatever reason, sometimes comes by the campfire when you're trying to pick up the rope, and if he does, you got to run for your life. I don't know if that's going to be the case post-patch, but I'll be able to tell you guys as soon as I get up there. What I normally do is I follow this dude in, full sprint. At least as full as you can get right there. Run back through here. Run past, or walk past this crazy lady. Then I normally wait here for about 20 seconds. There's a lady that sometimes will be on this path, and by waiting here about 20 seconds or so, she tends to not be there. I'm not sure what's going on with that. You never really see her walk down the hill either. It's like if you get here too early, she's there, and if you wait, she's not there. I don't know if it's that way post-patch, but I've always kind of just waited here for about 15 to 20 seconds. So that should be good. See if we can creep past this dude. And this should be a checkpoint. And then I'll show you guys what we're going to do after we pull the rope. Alright, let's go down the hill. Now what I like to do is walk through here and see if I see a guy. There's a guy walking towards you. That's bad news. He's not walking toward me now, so we should be good. Then we're gonna run straight behind this cabin, past that dude. Keep going. Keep going. Just do not stop running. Run behind this cabin. Keep going. Full sprint all the way to the exit. Now I'm gonna die on purpose. You guys can see that we can make it to the exit. I'm gonna die on purpose, just so you can see that again. There's a lot of near misses in that sequence where it looks like that he's gonna be able to shoot you, but if you keep going full sprint, he'll miss you. So full sprint behind the cabin. The dude's not there now because we hit a checkpoint, but he'll still be there in your game. Just keep going. Keep going. Full sprint. He'll miss you every time. Keep going to the end. See how that works? So I just want to do it for you a couple times so you can see that it works. As long as you're running in the right direction, you don't get snagged on anything, you'll be able to get through that no problem. Okay, now we've got the school. Not too much to talk about in this first sequence, just some navigational stuff I'll take you guys through so you don't have to use your battery. It should be fairly bright on your screen if you've adjusted your settings. Remember, look in the description of this video, guys, for brightness settings that I have on my TV, which is how you guys are able to see the game as bright as you're seeing it now. Otherwise, it would just be a dark screen with the white reticle in the middle, which is probably what other channels have posted. That's unfortunate because you can't really learn when you can't see. We're going to come down these stairs. We're going to be going straight. You can probably see it in my game. See the door right here. But just in case you can't see it in your game, remember, we always face in the direction where we know a door is. So since we know we're going to be going down there and taking a right, we face this way and we strafe left until we see a door prompt. So it doesn't matter how dark your game is. That's all you have to do to be able to see the door. And then here we're just going to run. Kind of save your sprint a bit. The demon's going to be right there. When you see the demon take off, jump over, press O. Then we're going to sprint all the way to the door and out. Okay. Shoot across. Now when you get down here, again, we don't need to use our battery here. Just do a 180. Go all the way down until you see the prompt. Open it. We're going to turn 90 degrees to the left and strafe to the right. See what I'm saying? Or you can just walk out of that room and make a 90-degree turn to the left, and you'll be able to see the light. Now I don't know if you can die here because the music cues up again here. So just make sure you hit that ladder real quick. Like I said, I don't know if you can die there. I've actually never just stayed there and tested it. But just make sure you hit that ladder. It's on the right hand side. Remember, you can always strafe like that 90 degrees. Like when you get to that lit area that's down there in the hallway where it's super bright, just go ahead and make your 90-degree turn and then strafe to the left till you see the ladder, and then you guys will be good. Alright, and this is going to end this sequence. Actually, we still got this little part left. Remember, you don't have to use your battery here either. You just want to listen. Listen real closely in your headset. You don't want to use your microphone. You just want to listen to when you hear her talking and moving.
Jessica, can you hear me?
Okay, I've hit a wall, so I'm gonna turn to the left. Turn to the right. Left. Straight. Straight. Left. Right. Left. I'm listening to her voice. Left. Right. Straight. Here she is. Yep.
Jess, are you there?
She's gonna pop out. So all I was doing there, guys, was just listening to her. You can barely hear her. Sometimes you can hear her walking, talking. You're just listening, right? And then when it says "this way, Blake," you know you're going in the right direction. And then all you have to do is just keep walking, and he'll say, "Can you hear me?" or whatever, and that'll let you know that you've got the right path, and just keep going straight. And then when you get right here, just when the game freezes you right here after that sequence, just make a left. And I think it's a left. Yeah, just keep going to the left like that. So the game had me about right here. I just kept going to the left. You may have to come down a bit on your controller, but you're just looking for the tunnel. And that leads us out to chapter 3. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. You guys be good.